beautiful day here in Denver.
Did you feel a different energy with the ownership group being here? And what's that like?
The guys have been bringing it every day. I think obviously they're very excited about it. Getting to see them for the first time up in front of the team, which was, I think, absolutely fantastic. Heck, we're excited. I mean, within these walls, there's a lot of good things happening. We want to just keep it rolling.
Coach, what's going on with Melvin Gordon? He wasn't out here today.
Yeah, we're just taking care of his foot, and we're just making sure he's good. He's another one of those older guys. We want to make sure he's primed and ready for the season.
Yes, you added 2 running backs out here today. What were the corresponding moves?
We're still working through that right now, but we'll probably have to do some stuff, so I think that's coming out later today once we make some final decisions.
Today was another jog through pace. How is the team? Have they mastered what you're expecting from them going forward?
They really have done a good job. I think, again, you're always hoping that the guys, when something goes wrong, that they're the ones that want to correct it. They're the ones that feel those mistakes, or they're the ones that want to get that extra rep. But I think, again, we're trying to make everything perfect. So if you can't walk through it perfect, then how do you expect to do it on a field perfect? So I think it's also great, like I've said in the past, the amount of reps that we get. Because when you split the field, so many guys get those same reps that it's, everything you do is doubled. So I think it's been really, really good. A lot of things to coach off of and learn from, and the tempo's right about perfect. There's sometimes some tempo violators, but because they get excited, but they're doing a fine job.
When you look at film, how do you differentiate between a sack and, he would have got away?
That's a great question. It depends who you ask. If you ask a defensive guy, it's a sack every time. And if you ask Russell Wilson, he got away every time. In the end, you want to play the play out. You want to see the quarterback move in the pocket. You want to see the defensive lineman get through and make plays. You want to see the offensive line block them. So in the end, I'm the one that kind of gets to make that decision. That's why, yesterday I did a lot of the spotting because, again, they'll say it's a sack every single time. But you want to be sure you play the play and the back end gets to work through it.
So what did you think yesterday then?
There was not as many as the defensive group thought, but I think we gave up 2, so we got 2 or 3.
Where do things stand with KJ? He's been out the last couple of days.
Yeah. No, he's doing great. I mean, he is an unbelievable worker. I mean, just from his understanding of the offense, I thought he had a couple great days when he came out here. But again, with something like that, we want to be sure we do everything the right way.
Coach, joint practice tomorrow with the Cowboys, your first as head coach. What goes into your philosophy about joint practices?
Well, I mean, it's about, we're just trying to get another practice. First and foremost, you want to protect the team. You want to protect their team and your team. They're part of our team during that time. You want great competition. You want guys getting after it. It's always great to go against somebody else instead of your same guys over and over and seeing the same defense. So I think that's going to be great. But, in the end, we want to get work done. We want to get work done with them. They want to get the work done. Coach McCarthy and I have talked. He's fantastic. He's on the same page as me. So, again, it's just about getting different looks, different people, just like you do throughout the season. So I'm really excited for the guys. They're pumped up.
How did it come about that it was 1 and not 2? Like, there's usually 2.
Yeah, that was just something that Coach McCarthy and I worked out, and we wanted to do whatever we could to for sure fit something in. And when the one day worked out the best, that's what we went with.
Coach, yesterday Aaron Rodgers said that he doesn't want to get warmed up for just like 3 plays. He wants to play a few series or not play at all. Where do you come down on whether it's quarterback or surefire starters, maybe just playing a little versus not playing at all?
Yeah, I think every person's different. Some guys want to go in there, they want to get a couple hits, and then they want to get out. Other people have that philosophy also. So I think everybody, we're going to treat everybody a little bit different and see what works best for us. But in the end, all I care about is the season. Preseason is a great time to evaluate the other people, see who can help us throughout this season. So I'm excited for them. But when it comes to some of those guys that we know we're going to depend on, we're going to be sure we do what's right for them.
Yeah, Saturday you said you weren't sure what y'all were going to do. Have you figured out yet?
We're slowly working through it. I want to be sure we get a good practice tomorrow.
Would you want to be in Russell Wilson's headset in a game situation before you would go to Seattle and try to do that?
I was just in his headset for, I want to say, about 55 plays in this practice that we had today. So I think he's heard my voice quite a bit. So I'm not really worried about that.
So he doesn't necessarily have to play on Saturday?
No, I don't think so. A guy, of his caliber that's been doing it this long, I don't think it's as important. And you always got to look at it risk-reward. Of course, you want to go out there and play football all the time, and I think that's why we practice. And when you get out there, I've had a lot of different experiences throughout my career, and I think it's number one most important thing is getting the guys healthy to the season, and that's all that matters.
Do you think joint practices you can get more from them than preseason games?
Nothing's like playing true football and getting tackled, all that kind of stuff. But again, is preseason true football? It doesn't count. So, it is, and it's a great evaluation for us, and to watch guys have that opportunity to do it. But I'll just keep coming back to that risk-reward factor. What we decide to do with Russell, I haven't gotten to sit down and talk with him specifically about that because we're focused on the Dallas Cowboys coming in tomorrow.
You talked about Russ wanting more and more reps. Do you have to hold him back at all in terms of?
Oh yeah. No, it's. I mean, you saw it. I mean, anytime he gets a break, he wants to take the wide receivers, he wants to throw to them, he wants to work protection drills, he wants to do everything, and I mean that's what you want. From a coach with a player, you want the player to keep wanting more and more because it just shows how starved he is to be great. And as coaches, we got to make sure we protect everybody, but still get all that work that he needs. But that's why it's fun to work with him.
Hey, Kareem and Justin are entering their 4th season playing together on the back end of the defense. Where do you see that kind of sort of long-term partnership come up the most in terms of how it helps them?
Their communication back there is really good. I mean, we, you guys see we try to do a lot of different things, and we're trying to do that to confuse them. And, KJ actually got us on one because we hit one earlier, and then we tried to run it back, and he recognized it, was able to communicate to Justin, and they covered it very well. So it's great for us because it makes us even better. But that's why we do all the different things we do. We want to put stress on the defense. And when you have 2 guys back there that are like that, they take a lot of stress off the entire defense.
A couple years ago when the Niners came here, there was a lack of energy the first day. There were 2 days the Broncos practiced. There was a lack of energy the first day, better the second day. How do you ensure the right energy is here tomorrow for the Cowboys?
We're just going to be us. We're just going to be us. We're going to come out here, and we're going to get a great practice in. I don't know what's happened in the past. I'm lucky to, in the past, also be part of a lot of inter-squad scrimmages, and I think it's fantastic work. Worked with so many different people, coordinators, head coaches, teams. I just think it's great for both units to be able to protect them and still get that work in, like if it was a real game. But still, again, protecting all of the different players. But I hope they're excited. I mean, it's one of those things to be able to go against somebody else, like I said earlier, is so great. So it'll be fun. I'm grateful that they're coming here and they're going to join us, and I think it'll be a good day.